What is equality? The state of being equal in rights, opportunities, or in status. In a time when people either hate or love each other to the extreme, do you actually think that's possible? Yes, you can say that on the surface, in public, in university. One thing I hate is shallow talks on the internet. Why women aren't equal? It's like saying, why me and my friend and those 100 people in the corner don't own Microsoft? Like, I barely know myself and my friend, let alone those 100 people in the corner. Why would you ever say that? Look, historically, women were homemakers. They took care of children. They were told not to work. So they were unlikely to rise into substantial positions of power. You could argue they were fed into the notion that their productivity had to look a certain way, raising children instead of building companies. Fine. That's more logical than asking, why am I not a woman in power? But it's still not logical enough because you're still being lazy by stopping at they were fed the notion and therefore and leaving it there. Look, nobody expects you to be great. Handling your motivation, nobody cares. And this isn't only about women. You don't end up in positions of power by complaining. You can't change history no matter what, but you can change yourself. And it's way easier than decades ago. Is it hard? Yes, but it's easier. Here's why I hate these people. They don't actually want to be in charge of anything. They just love complaining about how things unfolded. This isn't equal. Let's break the case. Let's break the case properly. Sons inherited positions of power because they were expected to take care of families, to provide. If you had a son, you wanted him to carry the family heritage. If you had a daughter, you were often reluctant to hand her the same authority because most of them would have taken care of. You can see that in any narrative, story, movie, series. It's a plausible story, but it's not guaranteed. Nobody guarantees they are being taken care of. And if a daughter was your only child, of course you gave her the position anyway. So she had a guaranteed future. But let's say you were an electrician, which most men are. Then do you really inherit it? Do you really pass it to your daughter? I mean, even if she accepts it. Not every son inherited power either. Some men got lucky, some didn't, and some women were unlucky too. But the solution wouldn't be here, sitting here saying, yeah, let's make it equal. Everything is equal. So not inheriting power, it's not anybody's fault. That doesn't mean you can't go there and achieve something and fight for something. There have been some cases. Go there and look. Great women, intelligent, their names are still alive, living through history. Look, if you want to achieve something, stand your ground. Stand your ground against the odds. Go get it. If there had been nothing to fight for, there would be no story to tell. We had to sit here, watch catfights. You can't sit there and do nothing and blame it on your gender or on the opposite gender or come up with a new gender. That's a betrayal to yourself, to whomever comes after you. You basically spread the narrative. You can't do X, Y, and Z, and it's because of X, Y, and it's because of that guy. this girl, like, what the fuck? Are you really supporting anyone by any stretch of imagination? No. You're just fitting your own ego. Investigate actual barriers. Your gender, your ethnicity, your friends, the background of those 100 people around there. Instead of assuming numbers prove discrimination. It's like sitting there, me, as an immigrant, Iranian, saying, yeah, these people are racist. What does that mean? They don't give me a job because they're racist. Should I go and complain about it with my friends? Oh yeah, should I go and find Iranians and sit there and say, yeah, these people are racist. This guy is total racist. No, I could be more productive. As an individual, I can separate myself from the generalization instead of blaming it, instead of blaming this and that. So it doesn't make sense for me. It does make sense for some men or for the majority of women, but it doesn't for me. I mean, it would take less work than changing my nationality in my subsequent life.